Welcome to the Power Zone Sports Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about
all the exciting games that took place on Thanksgiving.
Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to give this podcast to my brother.
So before we get this podcast started today, I want to, in the spirit of Black Friday, in the spirit of the holiday season, there's a special deal going on. You can listen to any of the previous Power Zone Sports podcasts on YouTube free of charge. So that is a tremendous deal. You get a lot of sports information. You get caught up in a hurry and what's been going on ever since May 18th or so. I believe that's when the first one was done, May 18th. A lot has gone on since May 18th, so if you want to get caught up in a hurry, give it a listen and check it out. So in between the turkey and the stuffing and the tryptophan and anything else that might have taken place on Thanksgiving, did you watch the Cowboys game? If you did, you saw the demise of a playoff caliber team and who are now 0-3 without Ezekiel Elliott at running back in the lineup for them. But the problems that they are having right now go way beyond the loss of Tyron Smith or the loss of Ezekiel Elliott. They have a huge hole at linebacker when Sean Lee is not in the lineup, and they have huge holes in the secondary right now. It seems like nobody can stop the deep throw for Dallas on defense. Dak Prescott in the Cowboys game had an incredible fake out on a play action where he decided to take it himself on a quarterback bootleg, scampering for the end zone, scoring a touchdown, only to have it called back on Tyron Smith. That one play sums up the game in a nutshell on Thanksgiving, and unfortunately no turducken for Dallas as they lost that game 28-6, which should have been an easy win, turned into a loss. And so congrats to the LA Rams for dethroning the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys will begin their off-season plans as they get closer and closer to elimination. And only the best for my audience here in the Power Zone podcast. So Thanksgiving night, there were 3 games. The Vikings beat the Lions 30-23. Of course, I already talked about the Chargers, LA Chargers beating Dallas 28-6. And the Washington Redskins beat the New York Giants 20-10. Here are the rest of the games taking place on Sunday. So we've got I'm going to predict that I'm picking the Falcons to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Cleveland Browns, push Cleveland to 0-11 on the season. I'm picking the Titans to beat the Indianapolis Colts. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Buffalo Bills. I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Miami Dolphins. I'm picking the Carolina Panthers to beat the New York Jets. I'm picking the Eagles to defeat the Chicago Bears. I'm picking the Seahawks to beat the 49ers. I'm picking the Saints to beat the Los Angeles Rams. That's suddenly going to be a very exciting game with 2 very high-powered offenses. Jacksonville, I'm picking the Arizona Cardinals to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm picking the Oakland Raiders to defeat the Denver Broncos. And lastly, I'm picking Sunday night. I'm picking the Steelers to beat Green Bay. And on Monday night, I'm picking the Ravens to beat the Houston Texans in Baltimore. And with that, your NFL preview is completed. One final thing I want to talk about on the Power Zone Sports Podcast. Who is the most overrated head coach in the NFL right now? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, so 5 seconds have passed. Who do you think the most overrated head coach in the NFL is? I'm going to give you who I think it is, and I think it's not even close for second place. I think it is John Fox of the Chicago Bears. John Fox, the guy who lost the Super Bowl with Carolina, and a guy who was blown out in the Super Bowl when he was with Denver. And I don't know how he keeps getting head coaching gig after head coaching gig. John Fox is not a good coach. And the Bears hopefully can rid themselves of John Fox after this season.
Thanks for listening to the Power Zone Sports Podcast. Please like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter link will be down below. And we'll see you next time in the next podcast. DJ here, signing off.